Des from Aro-Tarot here, and I am trying a different filming setup. I don't know, I just randomly was like, what if I filmed it in my corner? Just let me close the closet door, at least this one, because my closet's a mess. I don't know, I just thought it'd be interesting, and I have way more desk space to just pull stuff off of, instead of me just pulling it all onto my computer desk that already has stuff on, including, like, you know, like, computer screens. So I thought, why don't I just film in this corner? And for some reason, this feels like I'm actually filming something now. This is weird. Whoa. But anyway, I just thought I would try filming over here for a few videos, and just kind of test that out. Anyway, so this video is simply just the October, basically, vlog, you know, where I talk about what happened in October, things I got in October, all of that jazz. So, yeah, I know there's a bit for decks. I didn't realize it till I was pulling the decks out, and I got 8 decks in October. Even my mom was like, 8 decks? And I'm like, yeah. 8. I didn't think that I got 8, but I got 8. No wonder my stack of decks that's gonna go on my shelf is so big. Considering 8 of the decks are new, and yes, I want to use them or have them out as a possibility to use. But yeah, anyway, so what happened during October? Let's see. Well, I had my birthday, and that is pretty much the big reason why I got so many decks. I only got 2 actual decks for my birthday, but then with birthday comes birthday money. And with birthday money, decks. So, yeah. So there was my birthday. I am now 23 years old, so no one likes me. You know, no one likes you when you're 23. If anyone knows what I'm referencing, like, you've got good music taste. That is, I'm referencing a song. And now I'm actually at the age that I can reference it for myself. Instead of, like, that one friend, like, years ago where I was like, oh, like, you're turning, well, no one likes you. Because no one likes you when you're 23. But yeah, so I had my birthday. I already put up a video where I kind of showed off all I got for my birthday. I think the only things not in it are what my dad gave me, which was more drawing pencils, another sketchbook, a bag with a moon on it, it was from Dad and his girlfriend, Sarah. Some jelly beans, the Harry Potter ones, so I got to, actually the girls were like just pulling at them and they were like spitting them out. It was funny. It was funny. I'm trying to remember. Oh, some metallic markers, some drawing markers, and just some good stuff right there. So I'm not going over to pull it out. I didn't even think to grab it, but yeah, I do have a video where I kind of showed off all that I got from at least the Clark side, and then I mentioned what I bought with money that the Clicks gave me, which was Soul Calibur 6, which, that is one thing I've been doing this month. I have been playing a lot of Soul Calibur 6. I don't even play online. I was just making characters. I made my Pathfinder character in my Pathfinder character in Soul Calibur 6, and let me say, he is my masterpiece. He even has his cute hot pink skirt. Like, it's perfect. Yeah, that's another thing. I've, of course, been playing Pathfinder with my brother's girlfriend and her 2 cousins, and I love it. Davin just keeps getting better and better. Originally, his character was going to be very serious, and as soon as I realized, why would he want to go on this adventure with these other 2 guys? I don't know, and since then he's become a silly character. He's just, you know, chaotic neutral. He just likes watching the world burn. Like, he convinced Flint, one of the party members, to, which he gave him the idea. You know, to go take out a loan and basically commit fraud. And then while he was doing that, Davin's like, there's no way I can get a loan. You know, I have a record of, you know, bar fights, so that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go dumpster diving, which they literally were like, oh my god, druids are perfect for dumpster diving because I can just purify food and drink, like, unlimitedly. And then I can just unlimitedly, like, conjure water, too, so it's like, you know, like, I rolled really high, too, because I have really good, I'm level 4, Devin, he is level 4, and he already has a plus 13 to his perception rolls, like, which they still can't believe, but no, that's literally his perception plus, so it was really high. So I think he got, like, 2 rotten potatoes, I think like 2 or 3 loaves of rotten bread. I think he got something else that was rotten. And I was like, I literally cast purified food and drink on the bread, and I just shove it in my mouth. I don't care who's looking at me. I just shove it in my mouth. And then I still rolled high, and I found like a chest with gold at the bottom of the trash can, like later when I was having Flint dumpster dive too. And then like I take the gold out. And then in its place, I put one of the rotten potatoes. Like, and it's like, yes, you know, to balance it out, you know, Davin just doing it because he thinks it's freaking funny. But yes, Davin, he is having so much fun. Oh, I love role-playing as him, so of course I've been doing that. I've been playing Soul Calibur 6. Haven't been playing as much Final Fantasy 14, mostly because I've been playing Soul Calibur 6. I like video games. So yeah, I've been doing that. What else have I been doing? Oh, I would almost say more of 2.5, because the one challenge, some of the questions, I'd be like, what? Or there'd just be ones where I just wouldn't want to do it, like the one where it's like, how to connect Tyra with your higher self or whatever, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, you know, like, I'm not doing a spread for that, you know. So I didn't. But I was doing 3 tarot challenges, which I actually have to post. Still, I need to remember to do that later. Maybe when I do my discussion for school, I will post the pictures. I was doing them like pretty much almost every day. I just wasn't always posting the pictures. But of course I was doing tarot proses, monthly spreads, 2, which I love. I did it last year too, and I just loved it. I also did Tarot and Fear. That one was really interesting. Like, that one and Ivan's were the ones that my brother was also doing with me because he thought it was fun. I also did maybe half, probably more like 3/4 maybe, of the questions for hashtag Autumn Tarot. Like I said, that was the one where some of the questions I just didn't really want to do, so I just didn't. But the other 2, like, so much fun. I loved it. And I got to use so much decks. I know probably the decks I used the most, early on I used, the New Horizon Tarot a lot, and then I ended up using the Vertigo Tarot a lot. I mean, I was using that for the Fear and Tarot, so I was using that one a lot, so I was going to count up how often, like, which decks I was using the most for the challenge, which I still need to do. But I just kind of was like, you know what, I already know that one was, like, obviously my most used one for the month, like, obvi, my neck. My neck always goes out. Yeah, what else did I do? I know I had a lot of issues, with school. I had trouble with the one class. I'm currently, retaking it. This term just started this week, so don't really have too much to do, at least this week. I did the discussion for my one class last night, just because I was like, ooh, I want to go ahead and just talk about that, you know? And then I'm doing the other one, today, because their discussion, first initial post in discussions is due Thursday, so that's how it is. Everything else is due Sunday. So I'm retaking my 3D modeling class, and then I'm also taking Religions of the World. So of course we were talking about like the myths, metaphors, and symbols, and like what does it mean. I think in that class all I what else I have to do is I think I just have a quiz for this week. And then my other class, I can't remember. But I do know that it's not going to be as hard because I started getting stuck around week 4. So first 3 weeks, I should be able to breeze by because I know how to do them. When we started getting to textures, that's where I got stuck. So, yeah, it was really, really upset and down during those weeks. It was feeling like freaking campus college all over again, and I hated it. I know while that was happening, we were talking, my Nana finally talked and asked like the nurse at the school like if she knew any like doctors that could then like just normal doctors that could then like point me in the direction, you know, and be like, hey, go over there for like a psychiatrist kind of thing, because it's just really been bothering me like a lot, like probably like the last year and a half. And I just especially was really feeling it like this month with like schoolwork. I mean, I had like freaking like 3 anxiety attacks during like me having issues with the school at the beginning of last month. So we finally have a normal doctor to call who could then point me in the right direction. I would like to just, you know, actually go to the doctor and maybe get some medication like I did when I was a kid. And I know, like, I've always had this, like, issue where, like, I didn't really want to look up stuff, like, and watch videos, like, self-help stuff when it comes to ADHD, because as a kid, I was, like, unofficially diagnosed. Like, the doctor's like, yeah, your kid has ADHD. Here's a prescription for, like, some medication, but, like, nothing was ever, like, official, really, just, the medication. So, like, I didn't even know that, like, that's what I was taking it for until I was, like, I wouldn't even say 18, I would say probably 19, I think my birthday already happened. And then I was like, wait, that's what the medication was for? Oh, why didn't you freaking tell me? I thought you knew. It's like, how am I supposed to know that's what it was for? You guys just told me it was because I didn't pay attention to anything. But yeah, just because of that, I never, like, afterwards, I never felt like I really could look up, information for people with ADHD, like, watch YouTube videos and, like, self-help stuff to, like, try to, like, help you out and stuff. And recently, it's kind of been just, fuck all that shit, like, everyone literally that knows me knows, well, not everyone, I would say, all the family, besides my uncle, for some reason, doesn't think that I have it for some weird reason, even though it's like, what do you think I took medication for as a kid? Like, you know, they're all like, yeah, and then I'm like, Avi, and it's just, I've just been watching videos, and it's been helping me. I've kind of set up how to organize and live my life, just from the other day. Yesterday was the first day of it, and no, wait, not yesterday. It was the night before. It was the day before. It was like when I was kind of starting it, and boy, that night did not go as planned. I had learned that one thing that really helps if you have issues sleeping, because what is it? It's like 78% of adults with ADHD have trouble sleeping. One way to help with that is to just be in a lit room during the morning, and then as night starts coming, like, to dim the lights more, because that helps, and it was helping. And so the incident happened, which I'm definitely talking about that later. So, like, oh my god. But yeah, I've just been watching videos on that. I am using my planner more now. I'm trying to. That definitely helps. I went like months that I just kept forgetting to pull it out, and I kept forgetting to do daily draws because that was one thing I was using the planner for. And going into this month, which I still have to do a daily draw for this month, I was going to do that probably around the time that I post up the challenges. I want to try doing a daily draw like every day, which isn't really just a draw. I usually draw like 2 or 3 cards, just because I like to just pull from 2 decks, like a card from both, or like 1 and then 2, like theme, and then like advice for like every day. just how I usually do it. But I'm going to try to remember to do it every day. Actually, one thing that is already starting to help me, actually, I was watching, where put my phone? Oh, there it is. I'm always forgetting my phone. I never know where I place it. I was watching, How to ADHD's, yeah, I know how to do my assignments. I've got it in the app. I was watching their video on, like, how to, like, basically gamify your life. And I cannot remember how you pronounce this. Habitica? I'm very bad at pronouncing things, and I can't remember how to pronounce things anyway. It's this app where, like, literally you can put, like, habits and chores and, like, a to-do list, which literally, like, right now I am filming for, oh, I already did that too. Picked out the decks for the month, did it. Yeah, son of it. And I'm filming, I did not put a to-do, you know, I'm gonna make one right now. And mark it off so I can get the experience. Actually, you know what, I was gonna do 2 videos separate, and I'm doing that video all together next, so. And now I'm like halfway to leveling up to level 3, but this is definitely very much helping. Literally me just, like, I did that so I can, experience. I don't know, like, it's making me want to do stuff, and this is great. I haven't, like, joined any guilds or anything yet, but, like, literally, like, this is nice, and I can just organize my to-dos. Like, it's on my phone, and it notifies me, and then I just see the notifications on my phone anyway, and just, yes. And I'm still using the planner. Literally, check planner is also one of the daily to-dos, so that's definitely helping me actually remember to do things, because I can, literally, like, my dentist was always like, how can you forget to brush your teeth, like, every day? Or, like, as she wanted me to 3 times today, and it's like, I don't know, maybe because I can't remember to do anything. Like, I just can't remember to just go in every morning or every night. I can't remember. Like, you know, but yeah, all of that, that's definitely, we'll see how it is in the next, basically, vlog, like, how much I was using it during the month, but literally just those sound effects that go, if it going, da, 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 and stuff, and it's like, yes, I love games, and turning all of my to-do stuff into games is definitely really nice, and I can already tell that it is helping, but, yeah, so that's that. I guess I can go ahead into the incident. I am such a fucking klutz. Yeah, so basically, it was not last night, it was the night before, which I'm filming this on the night of the 1st of November, so, like, that would have been night of October 30th. So, you know, I'm just sitting there, for some reason, I thought it would be cool to go through all of my decks and figure out what tarot cloths look the prettiest with them and then write it down, because for some reason I just like organizing things like that, even though I'm not going to use it. I don't know why I do that. You know, I was just really focused on doing it and just watching videos and just, yeah. I don't know, I was like, you know, just going about it. And while doing that, I was also like figuring out what decks I was going to be pulling in for the month. And then eventually, so I can then get even more ones out and just kind of still have a pile on this desk right here. I mean, to be honest, at least 8 decks were literally new ones, and I don't want to just put them away after getting them. So, yeah, so, you know, I'm just sitting there, just, and, you know, and the cat comes in, and he's, like, wanting to be pet, and then all of a sudden he starts, like, I think, like, when I saw him, I thought he was, like, you know, attacking, his shadow, and then I saw it was a fucking spider, and I jumped up, and I was like, oh my god, it's a spider! And I'm like, and you know, and I try finding something to, like, squish it with, and I can't find anything, and then I realize, oh wait, I have something I can squish it with in there, so then I pull it out, and it's like, oh my god, gone. It went under the altar. Oh shit. And then I'm like texting my brother. I'm like, Andy, who's on the phone actually with his girlfriend downstairs. And I'm like, Andy, there's a spider. Like, I can't get it. Will you help me? And he comes up. He looks under there. He doesn't see it. And he's like, if you see it, you know, like, text me. And during him looking, okay, so my floor is a complete mess. There is hay all over my floor. I'm not very good at using a broom anyway, and there just always ends up being hay on the floor. So there was a piece of hay, and my feet were barefoot, right? And I just happened to be stepping on it just the right way that it kind of bends up and starts tickling the bottom of my foot, and I literally scream because I thought it was a spider because I didn't know where it was, you know. And then my brother's like, you know, and I'm like, sorry, it was a piece of hay. I thought it was a spider. You know, I don't like spiders. And he's like, okay, well, you know, I'll be downstairs if you see it. And then, like, he just gets down there, and I sit down. I'm like, calm down, Des. It's just a spider, just a really ugly one. You know, it's okay. And, you know, I start writing again, and then all of a sudden, it just, like, darts out and starts walking out from under the altar. I'm like, oh, my God, and I scream again. You know, like, back up in my stool, and then I go down, and I'm like, well, I don't even text. I'm just like, Andy, trying to be quiet because my mom's sleeping, although during this we ended up waking her up, sadly. I'm like, Andy, the spider's back. And then he comes up, and he squishes it for me. And I'm like, thank you. And it's like, yes, I am safe. The spider is gone. It is dead. Everything's great. So, you know, he gets down to his room, and about the time he literally gets to his door, you know, I sit down on my stool, and I just, which it wasn't really a stool, it was kind of like, I guess it was a stool, you know, like just one of those square sit ones, so it doesn't have a back, and I'm just, and it snaps. It broke the other day, but it wasn't completely snapped, so I just needed to be careful with it, and I assume me scooting it back out of screaming, might have, it unleveled it, and so when I sat back down, it snapped. I went crashing backwards into the lamp, which then hit my bed, because I sleep on the top of a bunk bed. It hit the bed, and it shattered, and it went everywhere, and so I had to clean up all the glass. Mom helped me clean it up. This was literally like, I don't know, I think it was probably maybe around midnight, because it didn't get worse till like 2:30. So, you know, and I pick it up, and I clean out I was already gonna have to clean out the guinea pig cage anyway, like sweep it up, so I sweeped it up. Later I ended up sweeping it again, because there were a few pieces that had gone in there. Luckily I did get it all. Hi Allie! I can see you. You're eating food. And just all over the floor. I luckily looked in my bed and like felt around, like just trying to find my phone before I got in there, because there was glass in my bed, because it hit the bottom part of the bunk bed. So basically like the bottom part of the bed. But it's still like, it just jumped into the bed. So luckily I cleaned that up. But during all this, I had done the first cleanup. You know, we didn't see any more glass, and a piece of glass must have gotten stuck to my really long pajama pants, because I was walking out of the doorway. It's 2:30. You know, I'm tired. I had set that time for my bedtime, and I'm like, I'm just going to go brush my teeth, because the app says I need to brush my teeth so I can get some more experience. I go brush my teeth, you know, and I get to about the end of the doorway, and I go, ow, thinking I stepped on some, you know, like, I don't know, maybe like a seed of like food or something, or just a thick piece of hay or something, because that happens. And then I look down, and there's blood pouring out of my foot. I'm like, oh, fucking shit. So, like, I hold onto my foot with my hand, balancing myself on it, and it is just pouring through, and there's blood all over my hand. I limp out into, because the bathroom's not that far from there, you know, and I get to the bathroom, and then I look down, and there's blood all over the bottom of my pant legs, and it's just all over my hand, and it's dripping on the floor. I got it in the hallway, and there's just all over my hand, like out of some kind of horror movie. And so I'm like, oh shit, fuck. Thinking, oh, I hope I don't need stitches or something, because I stepped on freaking glass. You know, I hope there's no glass in the cut. So then I go and I'm like, and I like limp over, like trying to hold the blood in, and I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry to wake you, but I'm bleeding everywhere. So then she helps me. I put my foot in the bathtub, you know, and like we're trying to get all the blood off. It doesn't bleed for too long, but it bled a lot when it was bleeding. We didn't find any glass in it. There was no glass in it. We also found a piece of glass in the doorway, but there was no blood on it, so who knows? That's why we were like, is the glass out of your foot? Is there any glass? But I didn't feel any glass. We didn't see any glass, so there must not be any glass. But yeah, that was great. Then I was wide awake, and it's like, well, I can't go to bed when I was going to go to bed, which was going to be the first night that I was actually going to try to actually get some sleep. Later, I ended up cutting my other foot, just on some other glass that I had found. But I didn't really cut it that badly. It bled, like, a bit for, like, a minute. And it already had stopped by the time that I, like, got even to the bathroom. But yeah, that was great. Like, that was, like, I am a klutz, but, like, I feel like that was, like, the moment of the klutziness for me. Of just terribleness. Like, that was, yeah, I'm trying to think, what else did I do this month? Besides, you know, get scared from a freaking spider, fall, shatter my lamp, which the lamp still works. It was the outside of the lamp that shattered, so the light didn't shatter. So, like, I literally have that on right now. We just took that part off, so now it's literally just pretty lamp, tall lamp, and then it's just light bulb. Yeah, I know, during our one sewing meeting, which I forgot about the other one, because I was supposed to go out to eat with my dad, actually, that day, who then postponed it for the next day. But during one of the meetings, we made pumpkins, which you were supposed to put this, like, to the side of the stem, and I'm like, no, it should wrap around the stem, because that's cute. It's almost like it's hat. So, the sewn part was already sewn, we just got to put it together, and then we got the pattern on how to actually do the sewn part, which is pretty easy anyway. This is a cute pumpkin. I still have to make the other ones because we got some extras, like bigger ones. I've been meaning to make them with my brother. I just keep forgetting. I know I made some like more tarot bags and cloths this month as well. Like I made some cute little monster ones. Which other ones did I make? I know I had a coupon and I found like $15 in my purse, and I was like, where'd this come from? Oh, well, Nina has to stop chewing anyway. I'm gonna buy some fabric. So I had a coupon, so I bought some fabric. So I bought half a yard, so it was enough to make this beautiful freaking bird tarot cloth. It's so freaking pretty. And also 2 bags as well. So this is so freaking pretty. I did a zigzag, the prettier zigzag. In red on this side, and then the other side is like a map, and then I just did this in tan so you don't really see the stitch, and it's just so freaking pretty. So pretty. Like literally it looks so pretty with like, I just think this is so pretty. Maybe that's why it looks good with most of my decks, is because I think it's so pretty. And this fabric actually was like the fabric, which, let me pause this real quick because it's running out of time, so. Yeah, so, this bird fabric was, for the sewing, each group has to make a basket for raffles for the Christmas party, and for one of them we're doing birds, because I'm in 3 of the groups, and one of them we're doing birds, and someone had donated, I can't remember who, yeah, I can't remember who it was, but they donated like a yard of this, and when I saw it, I was like, oh man, I wish I had that. And then I just happened to spot it when I was at Joann's, and I'm like, oh, it's the fabric! So, yes. And then, of course, like, the bags, so, like, they're so pretty. So pretty, I love it. It's just gorgeous. But yeah, I can't really think of anything. Oh, I've decided to try to draw more with my new sketchbook, and I, have tried drawing in a style kind of more so inspired by Disney, and I've drawn a few pics. I figured I'd show those afterwards. I've already talked quite a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to like the 8 decks. Like I said, I'm not gonna like show off everything that I got for the month just because I have a video with that. Like this, my pretty charm bracelet and my necklace, that's already in a video. So I know my hat wasn't. This I got at the bookstore. and it's a Ravenclaw hat, and I was already spending like $80 or whatever, and was going to get like a little bit off, because we have the BAM membership, so I was like, ooh, pretty hat, ooh, it's Ravenclaw, ooh, it's really soft, I need more hats, I wear the same freaking hat, and I don't know when I'm gonna go with Nana to find yarn that matches the agender, aromantic, asexual flag, so I don't know when I'll get those beanies, so let me get this beanie. So I got this beanie. Yeah, I spent like $100 at the bookstore, which I got 2 decks, which you'll see, and then I got 2 books, which I'll have in the next video that I film anyway, so I'll go ahead and show this off now. But yeah, so decks. I guess I'll just go ahead and do them in order. So the first one I got, which is actually over here, excuse me, my troll. I got this at the troll. I just want to like talk funny. At the troll hole like months ago, like earlier in the year. Like, he's so cute. I just keep it on my altar because he's so cute. Which the troll hole is, it holds the Guinness World Record for most troll, the biggest troll collection. You know, like the little troll dolls, which, as I learned, was made by multiple companies. They like just kept copying each other, you know, because people really like those troll dolls. I know, I had some of them as a kid, but he is just so freaking cute. So I keep him at the altar. But this deck, I kind of wanna, what's the freaking word? I can't remember what the word is. It says right here what the word is. Consecrate. Which, whenever I hear that, I just think of freaking Catholic stuff, which I don't remember most of the Catholic stuff because I'm not Catholic anymore. I was thinking about doing that with this deck. I just wasn't sure just because I got this to use as like the sole deck, although not now that I ordered the one deck that I've been wanting. Now there will be 2 decks to talk to my gods, which this is my altar, by the way. I've shown it in one video, but it was my really long, basically, vlog from, is that last month? I don't remember. I don't remember many things. But also just, I want to use this deck, obviously, just to read, too. I'm just kind of keeping it down here, because why not? If I want to specifically read this one, I could pull it out from here anyway, so. Yeah, and this is the Mythic Tarot, which I still got to read the book. Yeah, so this is the Mythic Tarot. This is the 2001 edition, so it has this backing, and I love it. Last few times I was reading with it, I was having some issues, but when I got it, I was having a really good time reading it. It was really easy. I think I just need to read the book more. Either that or maybe I felt like I was just kind of forcing it. So I know that can happen, where it's like, oh, I haven't read with the deck because I've been reading with the other new ones, like, let me pull it back out, and then I feel like I'm kind of forcing it, maybe. So maybe that was why. But the artwork's really, really pretty. It's so pretty. I got this on eBay. I think it was like $50 with the shipping. And it came with the book and the tarot cloth as well. So far, how many did I read? I think I'm on the Hierophant now. I know, well, I was reading Zeus. It mentioned Athena for justice, and also mentioned his daughter Dike as well. And like, it literally was like, Athena is the goddess of justice, and Dike is the goddess of order. And I was like, what? Like, I have never heard, I know Athena usually gets picked for justice, which she at least gives off that kind of energy. But, like, what? Like, literally, Dike's the goddess of justice. Like, literally. And the goddess of order, like, well, that would be more of her mom, like, Themis, like, I mean, literally, oh, there's Athena right there, and I still need for Christmas, I'm getting a, placeholder, like, face for, Themis and Apollo, so, like, literally, what is that on my class? I have no idea what that is. Oh wow. That was just bothering me for a second. Easily distracted. But yeah, I was like, what? So I have no idea what it's gonna say for, like, Athena. Persephone's, I was like wondering, I was like, how's this gonna sound? It didn't sound too bad, at least. Haven't gotten to Hades yet, which I don't really kind of like Hades for death, just cause, like, I don't know, like, it just feels like, oh, you know, Hades is death, you know? Even though, I mean, he's not even the god of death, he's just god of the underworld, so, I mean, depending on what they say, it could make sense. I just felt like it was kind of like an easy out, yeah, that's the one deck. The book is on my to-read list. And then actually, the other deck that I ordered, which I can't wait for it to come, which actually the reason I got this deck was because this deck has been on Etsy for like a while. It actually had sold out and was out for a few months, so I wanted to order it for my birthday and have it as like one of my birthday presents, or like get it with my birthday money, or even have it put away for Christmas or something. But it was out of stock for a few months, and I was like, oh man, I hope I didn't miss out on it. I've like, literally the reason I hadn't gotten it was because it just is kind of always there, so I didn't, you know, think that I needed to. And then I just noticed, like, literally yesterday that it was back, and there was like 3 copies, and I'm like, Nana, can I use your card? You know, like, you know, this deck. So I got it, and you can already print off the guide on the website, but it's the Greek mythology tarot, and yes, and like literally I was just kind of reading like some of the gods, like why they chose it for the different positions. My bangs just don't want to do anything right now, and like why they put it for those ones, because in this one, the minors are all also characters and gods as well, and I love this. Like, I'm sorry, Mythic Tarot. I love you too, but like, just the associations they did with this deck, like, Trist, I guess it'd be Trista? Like, you're a genius. I know, like, yes, you know what, this is, my hair is just bothering me. There. Completely pushed back, no bangs to bother me. That's better. But yeah, like, literally just reading, like, Apollo's the magician, and it's just perfect. Like, the high priestess is Athena, and I was like, ooh, you know, with, that's just awesome. Artemis is the empress, which I thought was interesting, and makes complete sense. And I was like, well, if Artemis is the empress, does that mean they're gonna have, like, Demeter as the mother, as the Queen of Pentacles, because that's usually the card I think of when I think of motherhood, kind of. And she is. I was like, what? You know. And the Lovers is me being klutz, is Apollo and Hyacinth, and it's like yes, and just. I really like this. Like, the Hermit is Hestia, which I thought was really interesting. Justice is Themis, though, and it's like, yes. Like, all 3 of the ones that I worship are actually in the majors. Like, I was like, oh my god, she's actually in the deck as Justice. And she's not the goddess of justice, but, like, she's considered the personification of divine order and law. And it's like, she is blindfold in the deck, which I don't see her as being blindfold, because it seems kind of weird, her being, you know, also associated, you know, literally, like, Apollo wasn't the first one that was doing the whole oracle thing, you know, he actually got that from Themis, so Themis was like, here you go, you know, so the whole blindfold thing came actually later, like, way later, and would probably be more associated with, the Roman goddess, Justinia, I believe is her name. I don't follow the Roman gods, so, but, I can handle that. That's fine. Like, she's actually in the deck. And Persephone is actually death in this deck. And just what it said, I was like, this is genius. This is genius. You know, Hades is actually the king of wands. And, like, I really liked what they said for him, too. And I'm like, this is genius. Like, I'm gonna get this deck. And, like, the artwork's really interesting, too. Like, they describe it as a drunk Picasso flipping through a Greek mythology book. So it's kind of like cubist, kind of like inspired, and it's just so interesting looking, and I love the characters that they've chosen for the cards, so I'm really excited to get it. Anyway, other decks. So the next deck that I got, which I have them all listed right here in the order I got them in. So the next one that I got was, I got the New Horizon Tarot, which I won't show just because I did an unboxing of it. But this is an Overwatch Tarot deck, and it's gorge. It's like, I'll just open the box, like, it is gorge. Yeah, I got that one. Then on my birthday, I got 2 decks. So my aunt actually went to Spirit Halloween and actually got me the tarot deck that they sold. And like, it's not that bad. I think the artwork's really pretty. I haven't read with it yet, but I thought that I'd have it out for this month to like read with it and see how it reads. I know at least with the majors, the so they're all like kind of mythical creatures or other stuff with you know, like knights, witches and stuff for each card. So yeah, it's like it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. The card select doesn't feel too bad. It was obviously the punched out kind, so I just took scissors and kind of like cut off all those little bits sticking out. So I figured if anything I could use it to read for myself, which is pretty much what I do anyway. So I was like, you know, it was a gift, sure. And then also for my birthday, I couldn't wait till Christmas, because this was supposed to be a Christmas present, so instead I just reorganized my whole birthday list and got it for my birthday instead, because I couldn't wait. And it's the Vertigo Tarot, and I love it. I was using this one obviously the most this this month. Like, it's so gorgeous. Literally, it's also as old as me, so it makes sense to get it for my birthday. I mean, I turned 23. It's 23 because this is from 1995, and it's like, yes, I'm just this was the deck where I was like, if I get this deck, my life will be complete. You know, like literally, like I didn't care about any other out of print rare decks. Like the only 2 that I'd really wanted was the Dragon Age Inquisition, which I got last year for Christmas, and then this one. Like the only other expensive out of print decks I could even think of were just expensive decks in general. I would like to maybe one day have a Baba Studio deck just because I would like to have one. But like this was the deck, you know. I was like, if I could get this, I will love everything. Like life will be complete, and I got it, and it's amazing, and I love it. And I read the book like in one sitting while drinking caffeine. That was helping me focus, because otherwise I usually can't sit down and read books anymore. Probably because I don't usually drink caffeine anymore, but I've been drinking caffeine lately because that helps me focus. So I drank a whole can of pop and was like, you know, like, ooh. Also, it was interesting me, so that also helps with the whole focus thing. Yeah, the book was really good. And just, like, literally, I just happened to, like, here's death as death. Dream. Just, yes, this is amazing. I love it. It's great. So, it's like a fave. It still can't beat my Justice League Tarot, but literally, it's also a comic book deck, and now it's like my 2 favorite are comic book decks. Also, Constantine is also in both. He's the Fool in this deck, and he's the Magician in the Justice League Tarot, which I think is very interesting. I need to put them together and read them together, because could you imagine if like both of them came up? Like, that'd be so interesting. Yeah, so then I got 2 decks the following day when I went to the bookstore, got this hat. Let's see, it was this one and this one. So I was looking at the decks, and I was like, I could maybe get this one. I could maybe get, you know, this one. And then I saw this one, and I was like, and it's the Mystic Fairy Tarot. Borderless. The new edition is borderless, and I liked the borders. But I had I would go back and forth on them about whether I liked them because it's like, oh, they're so pretty, but then I feel like the color is just kind of fading out from the deck because of the borders, and so I was like, oh, you know, should I get it or not? You know, like, if you can't really chop the borders off because they're freaking huge, and it's like a frame, and, you know, so I just never got it, and I just dropped a few cards. Of course I did, because I have to drop something. I guess multiple things, because I'm a klutz. Yeah, so I was like, it's a good thing I did wait, because now there's literally a borderless edition, and it is freaking beautiful, and I was afraid that, because I haven't been liking Llewellyn's cardstock, but this isn't that bad. It's not as flimsy as the last few decks I've gotten. It's still thin, but it's not like really like flimsy, and it's glossy, but like they don't really stick to each other. I mean, they did when I opened it, but like now it's fine. Like this cardstock's completely fine in my opinion. Like I am fine with this cardstock. Way better than the last few decks that I've gotten, and just it's so pretty and gorgeous, and I am happy that I finally have it because I've been wanting it and just never got it because the borders. So it's a good thing I waited. So I made sure to snatch that up, and then since I was already buying, like I was like, well, I gotta get this one book too, and then I was like, well, they have this other deck. I've been meaning to get, and it's only $15, and I got birthday money, so I might as well go ahead and get that too. And it's the Kawaii Tarot. If I can, here we go. So, you know, I have to drop everything. So here's the Kawaii Tarot, and it's so cute. It's so cute. Where's the one? Where's the one? I know whenever I see the Justice card, I just think of the whole Law and Order like dun-dun thing that happens. Where is he? It's one of the core cards. It's the one page. Am I gonna? I know this one. This one though is not the one I was looking for, but this one always makes me think of Hagrid, the King of Pentacles. Here he is. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, like. Whenever I look at him, like, he looks like One Punch Man. Like, which is an anime. Like, I've not seen it. I've watched a few episodes of, oh crap, what's the name of it? Oh, I know the name of it. It's also by the same creator. And I liked that one. But I've not watched One Punch Man, but, like, literally, like, that looks like One Punch Man. So whenever, like, I see it, I'm like, hey, it's One Punch Man. But yeah, this deck's really cute. So I picked that one up, and then I was like, I feel like I need to buy another book. So then I ended up getting another book, and then, you know, on the way up, I saw the hat, and I was like, I'm already spending a bunch of money anyway, a bunch of my birthday money, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this hat too, because I cannot hold on to money. When it is spending money, I will spend it. That's my thing. Oops. Okay, so then the day after that, the Starman Tarot came in, which I also did an unboxing of this one, so I won't show it too much, but then the Starman Tarot came in, which I gotta read the book for this one too. That one's on my to-read list. But it's also very pretty, and I edged it in my dark brown, and it's perf. It's perf. And then 3 days after that, on the 25th, if I can get this back in, the one other deck, which this was supposed to be a Christmas present, but, you know, I had birthday money, so I was like, yo, Mom, slip in the cash. I want it now. And then this next one was also going to get it put away, but it didn't cost, like, that much. So I was like, oh, I still have enough birthday money. I want it now. And, like, honestly, now that I got that Greek mythology tarot, I'm gonna have to see if either of my grandparents have any work or something that I can do for like $30. Like, because otherwise I'm not gonna have enough money to buy Spyro when it comes out. I just was like, there's only 3 left? I'm sorry, Spyro. I'm sorry. But I need the deck. So I have to save up at least for that. So the one cheaper deck I was going to get that's mass-produced, I guess I'll probably get that for Christmas, maybe. Either that or maybe after I get Spyro, because Spyro is top priority. You know, since I played it as a kid, and I'm just excited for Spyro. So yes, what was I saying? Oh, then I got this one, and I've heard mixed opinions on it, like mixed views on it. Me and my mom, we're loving it. It's the Aro-Tarot. Like, it reads so well for me. I was using it towards the end of the challenge, and it's like, you know, like, it's such an easy read. Like, I love it. And then, because they didn't let her, ship the decks with the journal, she had to ship them separately, which ended up actually being cheaper for her anyway. Then it was like, I don't think it was the next day, I think it was the day after that, the journal came, so, because we got the journal too, so it's got all the meanings in it, and even a place to journal about the cards. I probably won't write in it, because I prefer writing in, like, traveler's journal, like, inserts, but it's still really nice, and then you get even more, like, it talks a little bit about the image of the cards, but yeah, I'm just loving the deck. I know we were worried when we got it because one person I follow, they got their copy. I follow them on Tumblr, and they got their copy, and it was bad. There's like a few cards where like it's cut a little bit uncentered, but honestly, so's my Sastraibeto tarot. Like if I actually look at it, I'm like, oh shit! Like I was just looking, I'm like, oh. Bunch of these ones are a little bit off anyway, like this is really not bad. So like it's fine, it's literally just about the same unevenness as my copy of the Sastraibeto, so it's fine. Which, that's one thing, I've always find it so interesting how people have such an issue pronouncing the Sastraibeto tarot. It's like Sastraibeto, you know, so it's so interesting. I don't know, I took a semester of Japanese, but even before that, I knew how to pronounce Japanese words, so. I mean, I did watch anime a lot, but even then, Japanese isn't really that hard to pronounce, so. I don't think it's that hard. It's pretty much pronounced how it looks. And I think, if you look at it, it's also easier if you understand that, like, Sa is a character on its own, and so is Su, you know, then it'd be Ra, and then I, with those two together, Bi and To, but you know, and yeah, that's all the decks that I got. Oh, I guess I could talk about the art. Yeah, me and my brother, we've been watching this one show. So, since I got the new sketchbooks, I want to draw more. And so it's kind of like in my thing where it's like, I'm gonna get points if I draw in the app. But I also want to be able, Andy's like, you gotta doodle, Des. And I'm like, I don't know how to doodle. I need to look at things. And Andy's like, you just doodle. I'm like, my doodles look like crap. Like, because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to art. But I have such an issue with just trying to find a style, and I think I might have found it because I literally was just doodling the one character. I was like, I'll doodle, I'm gonna draw the one character like I did earlier without looking. See, and it's gonna look like, wow, that actually looks okay, Andy. This is the best doodle I've ever doodled. So, it's similar to how I've drawn in the past, yeah, I think, basically what I was looking at is, I was looking at Disney characters, but I was looking a little bit more at the more unfinished drawing of the Disney characters, like more of the, sketches going into it. Like one of the pictures I was looking at, which most of the guys coming up, I kept seeing Kristoff from Frozen, which I don't like Frozen, but I did like Kristoff. He was like the only good thing about that movie, which I was basically forced to watch because if it's on, I can't not watch it. And the freaking kids at school were playing it during my one class because they didn't let the teacher freaking teach a class, so they just put on dumbass movies all the time. And Frozen was one of them. I was not happy. Kristoff was the only good thing about that movie. Partly because he's cute, and then partly because I actually just really liked his character anyway, but only good part. But yeah, so I was looking at the pictures of him, like, it was like the process of, like, you know, just the basic to the actual picture, and I was kind of looking at, like, the step before that. I know one thing, I don't really like drawing the, pupils, of eyes, so, like, in the sketches, they didn't have that, so I was kind of doing that, so it's kind of like, Disney, like, the first picture, like, you look at it, and you're like, that looks kind of like Disney. And then, after that, I was just kind of drawing. The one I recently did, I kind of got carried away, and it looks a little bit too realistic. But, yeah, if anything, like, it doesn't look bad, and I think I kind of want to try drawing in this style, and maybe actually be able to draw in a style continuously, because I never can, because I don't really draw cartoons. I used to always just draw portraits. But I want to be able to draw cartoons so I could do, like, even just character design stuff, you know. Yeah, that was the first one I drew. And then I was looking at another picture, and that was the other one I drew. If you couldn't tell just from seeing the name, I've been watching Merlin with my brother. And then Allie saw me drawing the one of Arthur, and then she was like, I want you to draw me, I want you to draw me. So, you know, me just experimenting, I was like, okay, so I was looking at just other Disney pictures, so I ended up drawing that of Allie. It came out really cute. And then I did, like, one of Merlin, but I got carried away and made it a little bit too realistic. That's okay. I just kind of want to just draw characters and then maybe finally be able to draw my own characters in the style, so I'll just keep trying to draw like that, and I'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is running out now. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for October that I could think of, so, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah. I can be so bad at anything sometimes, but, yeah, so anyway, I'm Des from Aro-Tarot. This was my basically vlog for October, and I'm logging off, so, bye!